everybody. It's blowing snow. It's turned very cold. We're going out and making sure people are safe and they know about Good Purple Shelter and they have what they need to survive in these conditions. So we're just finishing up filling this pantry. It's full of all sorts of warm things, socks and food and sterno and hot hands going in here, and got lots more stuff down here just to keep people warm and safe. We've met some folks that are awfully glad that we are here, and awfully glad that you joined us in community to care and have compassion for folks that are facing this housing crisis. So many people are struggling right now. So many people even facing eviction. You know, we've been connected to lots of families and people that are just trying to make it, and then folks that have already faced the worst of the housing crisis and are on the street. So we're out all over Asheville today. We had a team out earlier in the day. Was able to get out a lot of warm things and check on people's health and make sure that they're staying safe and that they know about resources that they need. So that's what we do. We come right directly to where people are. We don't wait for people to come to us. We want to make sure that we're going directly to people. We're having some real successes in getting friends off the streets, and also have had an awesome success of somebody going back to work and able to get them a vehicle to do that. And so it's been a good couple of weeks, and we continue to persist in saying that everybody should have a home, and everybody should have the things that help them thrive in life, because when we all thrive, everybody's lifted, our whole community is lifted. As you can see, it's gotten really cold out here. It's blowing snow. We saw several friends right here that we were able to connect with, and so we've just been going around the city. We've already been south and east and west, and now we're coming back through the center part of the city. So thanks for journeying with us. We're going to go into downtown. Now, I've been thinking a lot about Dr. King. We're coming up on Dr. King's birthday, and somebody that has really been made a powerful impact on our community. It's one of the places where our name comes from, because Dr. King said, the place that we are all going to when we do this right, when we love and show compassion and create a place of equity for everyone, that place he called the Beloved community. And so that's where our name comes from. Our friends in our community call us Beloved, and so that's what we answer to. But that's where it comes from. And you know, Dr. King was deeply concerned about the struggles of racism and poverty, and the way that we harm one another. We're next to some really beautiful artwork here on the land of the Cherokee who put medicine here, and it's been a beautiful movement to visibilize that here in our community. One of the reasons, this is sort of the start, right, is when land was taken from the Cherokee people, and we've just continued to pass that on and make a community where people don't have what they need and can't put down roots and be at home. And so that's what we're about. That was what Dr. King was about, persistently doing the work of love. In fact, so much so that one of Dr. King's last campaigns, he moved into the ghettos, he and his wife, of Chicago, to talk about housing insecurity, to talk about housing discrimination, to talk about housing, inadequate housing where folks, you know, it's really barely habitable. That's some of the situation that's going on. And to talk about poverty in America and bring people together around the Poor People's Campaign, which has been revived here in the last few years by Dr. Barber from North Carolina, and Liz Theo Harris from New York, and many of us who've been a part of the Poor People's Campaign. And so we continue to do this work together, working to do the work of love and care here in our community. So we're traveling these streets, just looking for people to try to make sure that people are safe and cared for. And it's one of our practices that says, we're all a part of this human family, and we have to care for each other, care for our neighbors. We just have been helping an elder who became blind in our community, and so many of y'all were a part of that. Helping to do the work of caring for families over the holidays, and making sure that children have toys and things that help them move and help them discover the world, particularly around STEM, and books to read. And we know all of that helps to lift children and help them to grow and develop into healthy adults. And many of you are a part of that. We've been out building houses, right, Pontu, every day to make sure that we're building the solution. The solution is home, people being able to live in this community. And so it's a very powerful practice that we do, is where we just go out and try to make sure that our human family is okay. So that's what we're up to today. What have you seen and experienced, Pontu, today while we've been going out?
Today very cold today, so having snowing and stop snowing, only something that haven't stopped is the wind. Like the wind is what make it feel like colder than what it is. So we are going right now to the Beloved Street Pantry that is besides East Fork.
Right here at the corner of Walnut and Lexington.
Yeah, so for the people that don't know, we are partnered with East Fork to keep this pantry filled all the time. So we have been partnered for almost a year, probably a few months more, and it's gonna be a year now. And they are very well organized. They receive donation there, and with the donation that they receive, they refill the pantries. So have been a very incredible partnership. So you wonder where is all these Beloved Street Pantries, you can go to Google Maps and type Beloved Street Pantries, and the Google Maps is going to show you all the different locations, all the 15 different locations. So it's the easiest way to find the Beloved Street Pantries. And I can tell you that a lot of people have been telling us that they always find what they need. Some people that we find today in the mall, they always find food in the middle of the night when nothing else is open. It's our friend, so East Fork.
It's so great to just have them waving out the window to us, and what an encouragement that is in the middle of our journey here, to have friends that care, and to see this work, and to love us in the midst of that, and help support this beautiful thing that is the street pantries. Such a gift. Somebody even put some hot tea in here. So nice. Having a tea bag that you can find some hot water and use that tea bag. I love these gloves. Somebody shared these gloves, and look how thick and warm they are. They do match the pantry. Our friend Connie, who's an amazing artist, really started the River Arts District, was one of the first artists in the River Arts District. Wonderful community elder, and so precious to one and all. And she painted this pantry, which I think is so beautiful. And it reminds me of just the beauty of people and the gift that we see in each person, which is so important. We see each other in our gifts, and that we care for one another. And that's really important. Oh, and we got these beautiful Bomba socks. These really thick socks.
Oh yeah, this has been very popular. A lot of people that live in the street know that one of the reasons that you lost more of your heat is because your feet is wet. So having extra socks is always a way to keep yourself warm.
Oh, yeah. And these gloves, this has been a really powerful thing, having these gloves. thick, rated to -20. They're waterproof. And because of folks that have supported our winter survival efforts, we're able to source the gloves like that. And I can tell you, I have very poor circulation, so it doesn't take long for my fingers to not be basically usable anymore. And so these gloves really matter to people. It's one of the most powerful things that we can do. Then we're putting in like applesauce and things like that. Have really good vitamins. A lot of vitamin C. Vitamin C is really good to fight illness and keep your immune system really healthy, so that's really important. And we can get blankets in these street pantries, which I love. And they're waterproof. I want to go way back and thank our friends at Mountain Express who reached out to us and said, we have all these old boxes and we would love for them to get another life. And we had no idea that this was going to be their life, but in the midst of the pandemic, when so many people were left on the streets without care and without the things that they needed, so many agencies were closed, we said, these would be really great to just be right where people need them the most and provide 24/7 access. And so this project, our Street Pantry project, was born. 15 pantries strong now, and hundreds of people fill in these, maybe even over 1,000 people. We have a lot of folks that volunteer every week to do this, and then we have a lot of you out there that randomly fill them. And so thank you. It makes a tremendous difference.
Yeah, thank you to all the people in Refill. Thank you to Joy and Refill, the pantry in West Asheville. She always keep an eye in this pantry to see when it needs to be refilled.
Our friends at the Unitarian Universalist congregation, they fill our Charlotte Street Pantry every day, which is really incredible. Parents and kids, I know my kids had a snow day today, and my kids have filled the pantries often. Had some kids walking by. This is such a great family activity, and we have lots of families that fill our pantry. So thanks to y'all for raising up your kids in that way. That's a very beautiful thing. We're really grateful for that. I'm gonna grab just some sweatshirts and roll up and put in there real quick.
So you can check the different items that you can have in the pantries. If you go to the website in belovedasheville.com, we have a list there for you to know what is the items that are a big necessity to have in the street pantries. All depends on the situation. Like right now, the it's cold. We know there is a big need: the gloves, the hats, the hand warmers, socks. Like I was saying, a lot of people that have been living in the streets know the majority of the heat of your body is lost from your feet and from your head. So you have always more than 2 pairs of socks. It's always very good because in the night you can sleep because you are not the same cold than when you use the same socks all day.
Sterno is really good. This is a source of heat for folks. Dried fruits. I have dried wild blueberries right here. One of my favorite things. Hot hands here. Peanut butter crackers. Good source of protein. You can roll up sweatshirts and put them in here real nicely. And that's a really well stocked pantry there. And so we need your help to keep these filled. A lot of times people say, oh, the pantry's empty always when I go, and it's because we really talked to folks on the streets and have asked them what are the things that are most helpful. That's what's on this list. And so these empty out very quickly, and so anytime you're welcome to come and place items like hot hands, sterno, food, particularly meals with pop tops, Gatorade and water, very helpful. Toiletries, first aid supplies, all of those things, small blankets and sweatshirts, gloves, hats, thermals are very helpful to go in the street pantry. So things like that will really make a difference. And then, things like journals and pens have been really important. Have your kids make cards and put in the pantry. My kids love to do that. If your kids like to draw as much as mine do, that can mean a lot. Put a smile on somebody's face and help people know that we're with them. So those are things that you can do to help. This is a very immediate way to care for our neighbors, and to say that we love them. The other immediate thing that you can do is come pick up a hammer and some power tools with us at the Beloved Village if you're interested in helping us build homes that are deeply affordable and have equity, help lift people out of poverty. We invite you to join in that work. So much of the work that we do is literal. You can see it, and we know it makes a big difference, and we can't do that without the community coming together. That's what powers this whole thing, is about community. It's about lifting each other, and everybody has a part. We invite everybody. We invite our friends on the streets. We invite our friends living in the struggles of poverty. We invite our friends who have experienced systemic racism, all of us coming together. We know that we can make an impact and create the world that we want to live in together. That's what it's about. We all have the power to make things different, and so that's what we want to do. We want to put love into action every day and make this world different, make it a better place for all of us and for our kids who are growing up. So we thank you for that. We're going to continue on our street rounds. We hope you'll continue to just stay tuned, spread love wherever you are, and support the people around you. And we want to lift you up and to bring positive good news, because we know that we can create good news together. So we hope you'll stay tuned to what's happening on Beloved Asheville. You want to send out a message, Ponto, before we leave?
So yeah, we invite everybody. If you have time and you have any kind of supplies, then you would like to donate to the street pantries, you can deliver it directly to where it's needed. We know that this is 24/7 access. And somebody then walk in the morning, find something. Somebody then walk in the night, find something. So this is go directly with any appointment required. They go directly to where it's needed. So thank you so much to all the people that already support us, and we hope that this year one of your resolutions became to be part of the work that we do. If you would like to be part of the work that we do, you can go to the belovedasheville.com and sign in for any volunteer opportunity, any of the gifts that you would like to share with the community. You can sign in, and together we can make a better place to live for everybody.